This stuff is going down really easy today.
Isn't it?
Did I pour you some? You did. All right.
All right, we're rolling.
So we did have a winner. That's right. Ayo, and that was me finally. Cri lost, and he has agreed. Not that I had to twist his arm, but he's going to be paying Children's Advocacy Center of Central Texas $65, and as part of his losing / charity winning, he has to take a shot or a hit of Kentucky Deluxe, and he is going to do that right now for us. No, it's all the way down, not a sipper.
Oh, there's a bug in there.
What? How'd that happen? I hope it wasn't in the bottle. Was it in the bottle? It comes with the bottle?
Maybe. It's like a fly's wings.
Really? Well, I don't see any bugs in here. I don't see it.
You don't see the little black floating thing?
I don't.
It's right there.
That's ashes.
Is it?
Yeah, that's ashes.
Oh, okay.
That's some carbon. That's good for you.
All right.
Let her rip. Hey, what do you think of that one, Cri?
It's not bad. It's
Okay.
not smooth, but it's not bad.
No, it's not smooth.
Yeah.
That's, I think, more the indictment against it. It's not smooth.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got to know you a little bit. I'd like to know, what your thoughts are in business. And really, the whole point of this whole thing is to get to know you and your business. So I would like to ask you, why did you decide to become a small business owner or an entrepreneur? I mean, has it always been instilled in you? Was there a moment where you're like, screw this, I'm not working for someone else, I'm doing this myself?
Yeah, I mean, so I went off to college. I went to engineering school, and I graduated without a plan. I came back to Texas. I worked a string of different sales jobs. I did everything from selling T-Mobile contracts to blenders to motorcycles.
Blenders, okay.
I sold wine apps
Okay.
for free.
Wine apps?
Trying to get small business owners with wine selection to actually update the app.
Yeah.
To take it on.
Okay.
That was challenging, and we got paid very little to nothing.
Okay.
And then I got into motorcycle sales, and then I got offered a job to work at Apple.
Okay.
And I thought it was like way below my pay grade. But then I realized like I just needed something to give me stability so that I can pay off my debt.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, I was actually really fortunate. He gave me Dave Ramsey's like Financial Peace.
Yes.
So I copied all of the CDs. He bought it. I copied it, and then listened to the whole thing.
What did you think of it?
I think it's a good foundation.
Okay.
It teaches people, you need to pay off. First of all, you need an emergency fund.
Yes.
I think 90% of Americans don't have one.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Once you have that, then you need to pay off any high interest rate debt. And most people don't realize this, but like your mortgage at 6%,
It's a pretty safe debt.
it's 120%. You're paying 120% on the note. So if you are buying a $100,000 house, you're paying $220,000.
Yeah. Okay, that's a lot.
So the paying off consumer debts, right? Charge cards, credit cards, student loans, medical debt, that stuff needs to be paid off before you can really focus on growing a business.
Yes.
Because if not, it's over here like kind of nagging you.
Yes.
And I think that got me the ball rolling.
Yes, gotcha.
But the only thing I would say it needs to be improved on is that he doesn't talk about how he created his business. Sure. He just focused on, hey, you have a job, you need to save and invest, you need to pay off debts, use the debt snowball, pay it off as fast as possible. Once it's paid off, now you can focus on saving and giving.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about, here's how you create leverage. The average small business, you can make 300% on your money.
What?
You can make 300% on your money.
I'd like to make 300%.
Think about it. If you spend $1,000 in advertising and you get back $10,000,
Oh, yeah.
you made more than 300%.
Yeah.
If you do that every single month or a year, you make a lot more money, right?
Yes.
That means you can pay more taxes. You can give more.
Sure.
Right?
I don't like giving through taxes, though.
But you can
That's a whole, I know what you're saying, though, yes.
So, like, say you get to a point where you're making $1 million a year. You're not paying taxes on $1 million.
No.
You have employee salaries.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
Your company vehicle. You have all these other write-offs.
Yeah.
But you would never have that if you didn't learn about business.
Very good point. Yes, absolutely.
So the number one goal should be, okay, get an emergency fund, then create a business that gives you leverage.
Yes.
So that now you can pay things off faster.
Yes.
That's what I didn't learn.
Okay.
I had to learn that through trial and error.
All right. Yes. All right. So anyway, back to why did you become an entrepreneur?
My job at Apple.
Yep.
Let's see, I worked there for 2 years and 11 months. I paid off $33,555 in
That's
student loans
pretty sweet.
and credit cards. Hustling.
Cheers for that. Cheers for that. That's worth. Oh, you don't have an empty glass. That we can't actually cheers that. Let me give you. Anyway, keep going.
So I paid all that off working 60 hours a week.
Whoa.
On the weekends working on resale business.
You were gazelle intense, as he likes to say.
Yeah. So the number one focus at that point was save, cut all my expenses, and then pay off all my debts as fast as possible.
Yep.
It kind of hurt me because I didn't see other opportunities. There's opportunity cost, which
Yes.
was when you have an opportunity presented, but you're so focused on a path, you can't divert and actually take that opportunity.
Yep.
So working at Apple, we had an opportunity to buy stock at 50%.
Oh wow.
So imagine January 1, stock's at $100. July 1st, stock is at $200.
Yeah.
You buy it at $50 a share.
Yeah, because yeah.
It's 50% of whatever the lowest rate is.
Yeah.
So every month you've been putting $1,000 away. The end, $6,000 buys 50% of the lowest price.
Wow.
So you're getting 4x on your money. I missed that opportunity because I was so focused on
I'm
paying
paying
off
your
debt.
debt, sure.
Yeah. I still came out ahead, but it was just one of those things that it taught me about opportunity cost.
Yes.
And it taught me about the idea of you can leverage lines of credit to get into opportunities you couldn't afford with cash. So like I have a 5% interest only line of credit I can go borrow $12,000 on. I can use that to go invest in something that's risky or go buy something that's less risky, like a rental house or a business or whatever, and I'm only paying 5% on that for the year.
Okay, yeah.
Divide that by 12. So on
Cheap.
10 grand, you're paying $50 a month.
Yeah, that's dirt cheap.
So I can use that money to go buy something that makes me $500 a month.
CS is where I gotta learn some more. I gotta get schooled. This is where I need to up my schooling, make my money work for me instead of working for my money.
Well, the idea is like, let's say you spend, for example, $50 to advertise your business on these TVs, right? Say Dwayne's like, yeah, we'll run your ad.
Yeah.
Every 30 minutes we'll put up a 5-minute ad, right?
Yep.
If they threw up your ad on TV and you got one customer a month, and you spent $50,
Oh, it's totally worth it.
you make $2,000 or $3,000. What's $2,000 divided by 50?
A lot.
60.
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty good.
Actually, it's 40.
Yeah.
So it's 40 times your money.
That's pretty good return on investment.
You can't get that
No.
putting your money in the stock market.
No.
That's why small business owners really ought to reinvest all their discretionary income into their business. It doesn't mean don't pay yourself.
Yeah.
It means take what you make, split it in half, and then learn to work off the rest.
Put some money into. Yeah. That's a good point.
Profit, tax savings, and then running the business.
Stinking taxes. Yes. The what's that show or book I read? Oh, it's a book. I can't remember what it's called. I gotta remember. Anyway.
Profit first?
Yes, profit first.
Yeah,
We'll get to that. It's a good
That's
book.
the idea is like don't quit your job until you make enough in your business times 2.
Sure.
If you need 5, make 10
Yeah.
for 6 months and then quit. Because you're costing yourself money.
Okay, so why then did you become an entrepreneur? I keep asking you other questions.
Necessity.
Okay.
Jeez.
I
I tried to get
Good to see you, Kenny. Good to see you, Kenny.
I tried to get a job in enterprise sales. So I was working at Apple.
So what's enterprise sales?
I was doing small business sales.
Okay.
So when you call into the Apple store, every call in the country goes to us.
Oh, okay.
One office with 50 people in Austin.
Okay.
And I wanted to go work in enterprise where you could basically double your income plus commission.
Okay.
There's no way to get there.
Okay.
Like there's no career path. There was no like, hey, you got to go do this training, then you can actually apply.
Yeah.
It was just nobody knows how to get there. You have to leave, go work for SolarWinds or some other company, and then get recruited back.
Well, that's dumb.
It is. So I was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I quit before I had a plan. So.
We have another one of these.
And then I started doing the marketing.
Okay.
I helped 2 people out. I replaced my income in 4 months.
Wow. There you go.
Which sounds really sexy until one of your clients dies, and then the other one's like, oh yeah, I'm not making any money. And you're like, well, why? I made you 180 phone calls and you can't close it. paper bag. So I realized that, like, if I was going to do that service again, I would have to do full service to where he just shows up,
Yeah.
asks them their price,
Okay.
and says, we can or can't do that.
Okay. Jeez. Just for anyone that knows or doesn't know, Cream. Jeez. Your name is not Cream.
Abdul-Jabbar.
That's right. No, I actually said Cream. Cri is a great brain melter. If you want to learn, you're only going to hear a little bit of what Cri knows here. He knows a smart guy here, really smart guy. You really should hit him up after the podcast, after you see this. He will school you in a good way.
I think it's just skill stacking.
Skill stacking. What does that mean?
So like
ball stacking? Is that what
skill
is that
stack?
Stacking.
Stacking.
Oh, skill stacking.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like, for example, your skill stack would be to do exterior renovations, right?
Sure.
Marketing, sales.
Marketing would be fun.
If you have the actual service, management skills,
Yep.
marketing skills, and sales skills, then what you can do is you can train someone how to deliver the product. You can train someone how to sell the product, right?
Yep.
You can train someone how to do the marketing or outsource that.
Okay.
And then you can focus on the management of the process.
Okay, yeah.
That's stacking the skills.
Got you, yes. That makes sense.
If you've never managed people and you don't know how to motivate people with different preferences.
I've never managed people.
Sure you have.
Well,
Even if it's just your dad.
okay. Well, true. I'm just, yeah.
You run the local networking group. With the
Well,
help of some people.
I help them, I would actually say, but yes.
You're part of the team.
That's true. I don't know. I guess I don't think about it that way, but you're right. We're always managing people.
Being a manager is being part of a team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right? You lead by example, and then you also give people roles and responsibilities, and then you check on them. That's managing.
It's that simple, right?
If they can't do it, you ask them, are you not capable?
Yeah.
Or do you need more training? Or do you not want to do it?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm Cri. We're gonna have some conversations off camera here. Now this is the meat of the whole interview. What is your business, and why did you start this particular business? Because there's a lot of things, and I already know that your brain's always thinking about other things. But why this business, and what is your business?
So this is the 5th business that I've started. This business, we focus on furnished housing, furnished
Okay.
homes. So providing people temporary furnished homes.
What the
Okay.
heck?
What happened?
I don't know. This one's still rolling.
Okay.
That one stopped for some reason. And this one stopped for some reason.
Uh-oh. Well, at least we got that, so we're good. We're good.
And we got audio.
Yeah, that's right. So, yes, keep on rolling.
Yeah, so we basically, there's probably about 9 or 10 different reasons why people would choose to use us.
Sure.
If your family is buying and selling a home, and you are waiting on the home that you're closing on to close, and you've already sold the previous home, then there's companies like Open Door, Orchard, the big iBuyers. They'll say,
Yep.
hey, we'll buy your home, we'll give you a time to move out, and then we'll help you get cash to close on the home so you can actually buy the home.
Sure.
That's fine in some instances, but let's say, for example, your family's military, and you're given orders to go move to Rockport, Illinois,
Sure.
and you have 3 weeks. Well, the iBuyers might not actually buy the house in Illinois. So
Okay.
now you're trying to sell your house here. You need a place to stay for 3 weeks to finish
Yes.
out the school year. And then you're going to move up to Rockport.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That actually happened.
So it's like a bridge. You're kind of a bridge for people then.
That's one example.
Okay.
Another example is you're coming here for temporary orders, right? You're here for 12 months.
Yep.
So rather than go and try and find a negotiated lease, pay a deposit, $2,000, right?
Yep.
Qualify for the rental, right?
Yep.
Plus, in addition to that, you have to go set up the utilities, the water, the electric, the gas, the internet. You have to go
Yes,
shop all
which
those
is a
rates.
gigantic pain in the butt.
And you're moving your family across the country.
Yes.
Or you're coming back from orders from overseas.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have to do all this in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Not fun.
Right. So that's what we provide that service to find safe, clean, affordable housing so that people can come and land Albatross.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Land and ready to go.
All right.
Everything down to the spoon and fork.
Yeah. So you just move in. What do they call it? Turnkey.
Turnkey.
Okay.
You just bring your bags, bring your toothbrush.
Now, why this business though? Because what is it, the connection for you that, you just saw the numbers, you saw the opportunity, it was a need that needed to be filled?
It's not a new business, right? We're not reinventing the wheel.
Sure.
All we're doing is trying to polish the wheel and make it roll smoother.
Okay.
So when I started, it was because I wanted to get into real estate.
Okay.
When I lost my 2 clients in marketing, I had no money.
Yeah.
No credit.
Yeah.
I had credit, but I didn't want to use it.
Yeah.
And I had a credit card.
Sure.
So I drove around my neighborhood. I studied up on YouTube for a little bit, and then figured I'd just wing it. I drove around and called some signs. I said, hey, can we rent as a company your house? And I got a lady to say yes.
Okay.
She said, yeah, so how does that work? Well, let me meet you at the property. Let me talk to you about it. So I'm like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come in. We're going to lease your property as a company. We will pay you every month early. We are not going to pay a deposit, right? Because we're going to go in and furnish the house. We're going to spend $8,000 to $15,000 to furnish it.
Sure.
We're going to keep up all the small stuff. So the roof, plumbing, electrical foundation, that's you. Everything else is us.
Sure.
We're going to make it really nice for families to come in, and they can stay with us anywhere from 2-3 weeks up to a year.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I like the idea.
Okay.
Cool. So we signed that day. We got it up and running, and then we had a doctor, right in March 2020.
Yep.
She stayed with us for 4 months by herself. She lived across the street.
Okay.
She was self-isolating, quarantine.
Yeah.
She worked at the hospital next door.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I guess this works.
Yeah.
We're getting paid. It's more than what we have to pay.
Yeah.
And we're making cash flow.
Okay.
And at the time, I was like, well, it's not that much, so, it's maybe not a great business.
Yeah.
And then my partner at the time was like, how much did you work last month? I was like, I don't know. I don't know how much I worked. And he's like, did you go to the property at all? I was like,
Okay.
No, not really. He's like, okay, how much did you go to the property in Pensacola? I was like, I didn't go. He's like, so how much did you make? I was like, I think $500 or $600. He's like, so you didn't work, but you made $500.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. He's like, you realize that most businesses aren't profitable till year 3?
Yeah.
Profitable.
Yes.
We were profitable after 3 months.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh yeah, this actually does make a lot of sense.
Okay.
After paying our debt on the credit card and after paying all of our bills,
yes,
we were making $550 a month. And then we got a family in there for 11 months. We were making $600 a month.
Yeah, so then that frees you up to...
So I was like, wow, this is leverage.
Yeah.
Then I got asked to do a property in Florida.
Okay.
Right? That was Pensacola. We went out there, I think we drove 14 hours overnight.
Okay.
We met the Amazon shipment. We furnished the place in 5 days.
Okay.
We got the house renting. We made $700 the first day we listed it.
So this was more of a VRBO type of deal, Airbnb. Okay.
That's more vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
But the thing that I like about that area is that there's 60,000 officers going to school. Plus there's a beach. Plus there's a hospital.
Yeah.
For the region. So Baylor, Scott, and White for all of Escambia County.
Yeah, there's a lot of people coming in and out of here. It's a very transient area where we live, which is good for your business model.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this model makes sense.
Okay.
And it's a rental model. There's about 5 core businesses, right?
Yeah.
There's human resource systems, rental systems, iteration, which is you build a Subway shop, you build another 10.
Yeah.
Now you have 10 doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You have software systems, and then you have content systems. This is a content system.
Okay.
At some point, you will monetize this.
Sure.
You get a couple thousand people watching your podcast every month.
Yeah.
You can find somebody to advertise.
Yes, that's the hope. Yes.
It's a content system. You're providing valuable content that teaches people something. That is a content system.
Okay, gotcha.
So those 5 systems, you can layer the systems in any different way, but essentially we were running a rental system.
Okay.
Renting cars, you can rent paddleboards, you can rent trucks.
Yes.
You can rent trucks for the day. You can rent boats for the day. You can rent houses for the day, week, month, year. Right? It's just taking a product. The best way to put it is you go down to Costco and you buy a 24-pack,
Yep.
right? Or Walmart. I know Dwayne doesn't like Costco. So you go to Walmart, right? You buy a 24-pack of Red Bull.
Yeah.
You break them up into individuals and you sell them you bought them for $1.50.
Yep.
You sell them for $3.
Yeah.
That's the idea of arbitrage.
Okay.
We started with arbitrage, then we moved into management, done for
Okay.
you. And then the done for you and the arbitrage creates cash that allows us to then go over and get qualified to buy stuff.
Yes. Leverage.
It's highly leveraged when you start with arbitrage, and management is low money out of pocket, lower returns.
Yeah.
Once you own the property, now you're getting appreciation, write-offs,
Yeah.
and you get cash flow.
Yeah. Yeah. Said my brain's melting here. I just need. Well, I don't actually. I keep telling myself I need more money, but I'm like, there's plenty of
you?
other
Do
people's
you?
money. There's plenty of other people's money to leverage instead of my own.
Here's what you need to start thinking about. You need more good deals.
There you go. That's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
If you have an abundance of good deals, money will find you.
No, you're up. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, money always finds a good deal. Yes.
If you just say, hey, what are you used to getting? They're like, 12%. You're like, what if I give you 15? They're like, oh my God, you do that? Yeah, I mean, here's how you're protected. If we're buying real estate, you get, second position on the deed, or first.
Yeah.
So you own the property first. You pay off the bank. You own the rest.
Roll.
Don't worry, it's not happening anymore. I got buzzed enough here today.
I want to see. Send a picture of that mark in your leg.
Yeah, right.
See you, Craig.
See, bud?
So who? This is. I mean, you kind of alluded to it already. Who would? I mean, gosh, it'd be about anyone. Who is your ideal customer? Now, there's a lot of different ways you can take this, probably.
Yeah, so we, in the Central Texas, specifically Bell County market, we really narrowed it down because we were as far as like Orlando, all the way up to Vermont, like I was saying.
Yeah.
And I was talking to people in Cape Cod, and everybody wants to get into short-term rentals, right? They're like,
Yeah.
Airbnb. An Airbnb isn't a short-term rental. An Airbnb is a platform like Amazon.
Yeah.
If you have a e-commerce business selling microphones, you can list it on Amazon, but you can sell it on eBay. You can sell it on Facebook. You can sell it on your own website.
Yeah.
So you have an e-commerce business that happens to sell on Amazon, just like you have a rental business that happens to list on Airbnb.
Sure, that makes sense.
So our core target market is workforce housing, contractors.
Okay.
There's a lot of people coming here doing big, heavy development,
Yeah.
laying underground, electrical wire, building out more factories,
Yeah,
plants.
infrastructure. Yes, a lot of infrastructure.
Those guys need housing. We have medical people, so medical professionals who are coming in for doctor rotations, coming in for traveling medical techs, people coming in for training at the hospital. I
Sure.
like to focus on level 1 trauma centers
Okay.
because they're training schools.
Yes, which we're the only one between Dallas and Austin,
Right.
and Scott and White.
So that's why I was like, okay, that makes sense. The military base has 50,000 people. That makes sense. It's growing.
Yes.
The need for housing is growing.
Yeah.
They don't have enough base housing.
Sure.
So anybody that has like a rental house between Temple Belton and Copper's Cove, if they want to have more consistent, low overhead without management fees,
Yes.
then they can come to us,
Okay.
basically. And I've talked to a lot of the property managers. They're like, well, we don't do sublets. I'm like, technically you do. Technically you do.
Yeah,
You just
okay.
don't do it without your approval,
Okay.
which is fine. It's to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very specific model. They want to do their own people repair the properties. That's fine. What we offer is basically we'll come in and rent from that management company and then change out our occupants, run background checks,
Mm-hmm.
do tenant screening. Most of our folks are medical and military.
Yeah.
And they're coming in, they want done for you. I want to have a couch and a bed,
Yeah.
a coffee maker, and
Drop
a
my
knife set.
bags and so I can go to work. Go to.
I don't want to shop at IKEA.
Yes.
I don't want to shop at Target
Yeah.
unless I'm getting groceries.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's like they want to land and then go to work
Yes.
because they have a hard
Done.
job.
Yes. Yeah, they don't want any of that thought to go in. Yeah. I'm going to a new area. I need to do. Yeah. It's all set up.
Yeah, it's traditionally called corporate housing.
Okay. Yeah.
What we're focused on. Typical corporate housing is 72 days on average.
Oh, okay. That's what their stay is.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a traveling medical tech who is coming from Houston. He's staying with us for 3 months.
Nice.
He rents a room for about $1,200 a month.
Man, what a great concept, really.
And we offer safe, clean, no hassle, no drama housing.
Which is what people want, especially when they're moving to a new area. They just, like you said, they have to hit the ground running, and they don't have 2 weeks to find the electric company and the water and get signed up. It's just, here's my money.
Yep.
This lighter works pretty good too.
Which one?
This one's a little bit easier.
Okay.
That one could technically burn your hand off if you're not careful. So this is because I think you will probably like to go down a rabbit hole on this, and there probably is some good symbiotic relationships business wise.
Oh, yeah.
What other types of businesses would you like or would think would be good to partner with in your realm?
Trying to not burn my nose here.
No, I know.
So great referral sources and partners to work with are going to be real estate agents, property managers, anybody that's base housing.
Yep.
So if they have a connection to someone that has a need, we can usually solve it.
Yep.
Again, working with some of the local nonprofits, if they can refer us clients.
Yeah.
What our focus is basically, rather than spending money with Google and Facebook,
Yeah.
I would rather give that money to a good charitable cause.
Sure.
So if instead of saying, hey, for every customer I get, I'm going to spend $300 in ads,
Yeah.
if I'm like, hey, let me give that money to a nonprofit,
Yeah.
when they have a need, they refer us a customer.
Yes.
When we have a customer, we can then donate.
Yeah.
So it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
So
it creates value for the local economy.
yes, we're all about small business here in the local economy. Although, I still think there isn't a need unless someone can figure out their own type of Costco where it's all supplied by local small businesses. I'm all for it. Let's
You know
figure
what
out.
it's called?
It's called a co-op,
A buyer's club.
a buyer's club. Well, that's
Co-op,
what,
buyer's club.
that's what we need to figure out, but on a scale,
You
the
can
right
help-
scale.
You can help create it
Yeah,
and be a managing partner, but not actually do the day-to-day work.
that's
you need
what
to
I
find
want.
someone that has nonprofit experience.
Okay, there's probably lots of those people out there.
A lot of the military wives, not to pick
No,
a
yeah.
gender or whatever, but a lot of times military, the guys are in the military or the girls, right?
Yep.
But their spouse, the military spouse,
Yeah.
is not doing a lot at home. Besides, they're
Managing
doing a ton at home.
Yes, they
I should
are.
say, but they're not maxed out on time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things they can do while doing all the other things at home
Sure.
that they can also contribute to something that gives them value.
Yes. No,
'Cause-
absolutely.
Like my wife being a nanny, she's doing a ton at home.
Yes.
But there's all these gaps of time where all the babies are asleep or they're at school.
Yeah.
You've done all the grocery shopping. You've cleaned the entire house twice.
Yeah.
Now you have this downtime. That's
Yeah.
if
What
could-
can you
could
be a
run
virtual assistant type of thing or do manage
virtual
something?
assistant, virtual sales, manage a nonprofit. That's why a lot of folks do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
To kill the time, but So we kind of you already actually kind of said this, but why should customers choose you when they probably have other options?
So from an investor standpoint, we provide a better experience for investors, more hands-off.
Okay.
Whether it's done for you or we're doing arbitrage, or we rent their property and then we furnish it and we maintain it.
Yeah.
We're giving them usually more to their net bottom line.
Sure.
If they're a end buyer, like someone coming in and staying, we work with a lot of military. Again,
Yep.
So we work with their daily housing allowance. So if they tell us, hey, our daily housing allowance is $54 a day,
Yeah.
we're going to work to find them a place that's safe, clean, affordable, that meets their daily budget.
Yeah.
If they're at $98 a day, then we're going to work on finding them either a two-family home or a furnished apartment that we have in Bell County.
Yeah.
And we work with local apartment complexes to, again, we vet them.
Yes.
So I actually personally go and see the property.
Okay.
Can't have bed bugs and cockroaches and all
No,
that
gosh.
stuff. Because we've worked in properties like that before, but we end up paying for our own pest control
Okay.
to make sure that the place is clean and safe. And
There is nothing when you show up somewhere, and if you see a freaking bug, it's just
Oh,
you're gonna judge everything else harsher in the place.
I've stayed at 5-star hotels that maybe a 4-star
Sure.
in Dallas that was I found a dead bed bug.
Yuck.
In the actual, when you roll back the comforter
Oh.
and the top
I'm
layer
getting
sheet,
shivers here. Yes.
you peel off the sheets and you find it in the corner.
Yeah.
That's usually where they hide.
Yes.
So one of the things we do for all of our properties is we put bed bug protection policies in place,
Okay.
both from an insurance perspective and also from buying a simple, mattress cover.
Yeah.
Like a zip mattress cover.
Yes.
People are like, oh, it's so hot. Put a fan in. Run the AC at 75.
Yeah.
You're not going to sweat.
Yeah.
I don't sweat, and I sleep really hot.
Yeah.
But if you put those in place, rather than throwing away the mattress,
yes,
you wash the cover.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
makes
the
it a
bugs
lot.
can't get in there.
If they can't get in,
They can't destroy stuff.
yeah. And then also too, if you know how to mitigate bed bugs correctly, you have to steam everything.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
steam-
heat is what kills those
Yeah,
things.
hot water
Yeah.
kills everything.
Okay.
Bacteria, bed bugs, everything.
Oh, okay. I didn't know bacteria. You never know. I mean, it makes sense.
150 degrees.
Yeah, I guess. Oh,
Kills
is that
everything.
the tip? Okay.
Yeah. Wash the sheets at 150 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
It'll
Hot
kill.
tip here from Korea.
Kills everything.
You want to get rid of those. Get
Don't-
rid of the evidence.
Don't get them in the first place is the best
That's
policy.
yes.
But if you end up getting them, the best way to mitigate it is, number one, have an insurance policy that covers that. So while you're not renting and making money,
Yeah.
you're able to mitigate them and then also clean them out.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have a really. You get my head spinning every time we talk about this because it makes perfect sense to me. It does. It makes sense. It's just the layers of finding the financing. As much as I'd like to say I'm a number, I like numbers. I just quick math and once again, I'm sure your brain's constantly like me. When I look at a deck, I think about how it was constructed. When you see a deal, you can already construct. Oh, that house, and you're already constructing the deal, and you're beep, 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 beep. Nope, not the right deal. This is one we can work over here.
Yeah.
So, no, you've caused my brain to. You always cause my brain to think,
Yeah.
and not my brain to think. You cause me to think and use my brain. So I do appreciate that. I think anyone that connects with you, and I hope people do, can learn something from you on how to leverage their time and other people's money
Yeah.
and their own, I guess, as well.
Sweet
But
time.
so what you just watched is only a portion of the interview. To keep watching, hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell to stay up to date and continue watching the videos in this segment. Peace.